may have heard that the moon can influence the tidal flow and activity of fish. But how does the moon affect tidal flows and fishing activity? Most people who live near the coast already know that the moon phases influence the tides and the behavior of marine life. But what if you could be able to increase your chances of catching bigger and better fish by using information based on the moon phases? How the moon affects tides and fishing. Effects of lunar phases on ocean tides. The moon phase can have a significant impact on ocean tides and currents. The strength of the tide is influenced by the alignment of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. At the beginning and end of the new and full moon, the gravitational pull of the moon is the strongest. The height of high tide drops after the full moon and reaches its lowest level during the last quarter moon. Afterward, the tidal periods increase and they peak at the new moon. Therefore, you can expect better fishing success during strong tides. During the new moon, the tides are the largest, while the lowest tides are the smallest. When the moon is full, the moon and sun are aligned with the Earth so that their gravitational forces pull the water in a direction that is similar to the moon's. These periods are called spring tides or king tides. Although spring has little to do with spring tides, the two lunar phases do have a profound effect on ocean tides, and many anglers prefer to fish during the waxing phase of the moon. Because the moon is closer to the Earth than the sun, the tides on the nearer side of the planet experience more gravitational pull from the moon. This gravitational pull is inversely proportional to distance and creates a bulge of water in waters closest to the moon. During this time, the moon's influence on tides is greatest and the fish tend to be active. Effects of lunar phases on fishing. The moon has a strong influence on the behavior of many types of fish. In the ocean, for example, large pelagic species like wahoo feed heavily during the full moon and immediately following the full moon. This happens because the outgoing tides flush large amounts of forage into deeper waters. Moreover, these fish spawn and change their behavior based on the moon's phases. While it's impossible to know exactly how the moon phase affects fishing behavior in different waters, there are some common traits that you can observe. In addition, the moon's position in relation to Earth's gravity affects the behavior of marines that leave on it. The angler must fish during the major and minor periods, which coincide with sunrise and sunset, and the full moon. Observe the moon and the tides to determine the best times to fish. Depending on the exact moon phase and the fishing patterns, these phases can influence the timing of your catch. However, there's not enough data to pinpoint specific times of the day or month to get a better catch. But if you have a limited time, 3 or 4 days around the full moon are the best. This is because dark periods are more prevalent during the new moon, and the new moon will result in a large amount of activity in the water. It's obvious that the moon has an effect on fishing. It causes the tides. Even so, other factors like weather and water temperature have a way bigger impact. The fact of the matter is that every moon phase is going to produce some of the best and worst fishing of the month. But more importantly, most people just aren't able to plan their life around the moon. We can't cherry-pick the perfect fishing days, whatever they may look like on paper. Similarly, a bad moon phase certainly shouldn't make you rethink your long-awaited fishing trip. What's your experience of fishing by moon phases? Which moon phase was responsible for your best catches? Let us know in the comments below.